And that is how I banned Joe Lindner from my gym. So I'm going to tell you how I knew Joe Lindner. Now, I met Joe Lindner about 5 years ago through another German bodybuilder called Sebastian. Now, at the time, Joe was relatively unknown. He had about 80,000 followers. Now, I treated him exactly the same like I treated everybody. You know, if you're in my gym, you're paying membership. Now, he had a decent physique, but nothing to rant and rave about at that time. Shortly after that, he releases his famous chest rippling effect video, and overnight he becomes a sensation. Within 6 months, I think he reached something like 1 million subscribers. Now, for some reason, something clicked off into his brain thinking that now that he had 1 million subscribers, he was special and better than everybody else. I didn't treat him any different, and that didn't sit well with him, so he went on to his German IG account and rant and raved about how I didn't appreciate the fact that he was in my gym. I heard about this, so I basically reached out to him saying, "You are no longer welcome in my gym." And that is how I banned Joe Lindner from my gym. It was about 6 months later, he reaches out to me and asks if we can have a talk. And I said, absolutely, I'm always open for discussion. So we sit down and we talk it out. And he basically admits that something did go off in his head. And somehow, after he got 1 million followers, he genuinely thought that he deserved more. And he realized he didn't. He realized he was just like everybody else in the gym training, trying to achieve a certain objective. And that was great. We moved onwards from that and never had an issue since. He was a decent guy. Everybody has their ups and downs. I can tell you there are a few people who don't like him. From the 8+ million followers, I guarantee you 99% of people do like him. Obviously, like all bodybuilders, around the diet or contest time, your attitude changes. It's shorter, you don't have as much patience. But we always say this, it's not him, it's the diet talking. But again, he still had time to answer your questions. Now, if you met him in the gym and you were short, fat, it didn't matter. You went up to him and asked him a question, he gave you an answer. He was never that arrogant by saying, "Do you know who I am?" and walked away. I can tell you this for certain. The more popular he became, the more stress he put on himself to make sure that the content he put out was the best content possible. He constantly sat at night thinking about how he could improve his content. He was always thinking about his public. He was genuinely a generous guy. Like I said, I met him when he was a nobody and he became somebody. He is truly missed in my gym. He was fun to have around. Obviously, it was a great attraction for me. He brought in many other influences. I never capitalized on him being there. I never asked him, could you promote my gym? If he wanted to promote my gym, I was very thankful for it. You can even see his post. He never really tags the gym, and I never pressured him for him. Why? Because I wanted him to feel at home. I didn't want him to feel that he was constantly being used, and I genuinely believe that is why he spent so much time in my gym in Pattaya. He was treated equal. He was left alone to do his things. Most people gave him respect and room. Occasionally, a visitor would come in and ask him for his time, and he gave it. I'm truly sad that he's gone.